In 1974, management expert Jerry Harvey told a story about a scorching afternoon in Coleman, Texas. A family is sitting comfortably on a porch, sipping lemonade and playing dominoes. It's 104 degrees Fahrenheit. They're perfectly happy. And then the father-in-law suggests driving 53 miles to Abilene for dinner. Now, the protagonist thinks it's a terrible idea, but doesn't want to be a spoilsport. So he says, sounds like a great idea. His wife, thinking her husband is keen, chimes in, I'd love to go. The mother-in-law joins the chorus, and they spend 4 hours in a dust-filled car without air conditioning, eating a mediocre meal at a greasy cafeteria. And when they return home, exhausted and irritable, the truth spills out. One by one, they admit they never wanted to go. They only went because they thought everyone else wanted to. They did the one thing none of them desired, simply because they failed to communicate their individual preferences. We spend an inordinate amount of time in modern management learning how to handle conflict. We have HR seminars on difficult conversations and books on negotiating the impossible. We treat disagreement like a fire that needs to be doused. But there is something far more insidious, to my mind, far more expensive and far more likely to sink a company than a heated argument. And that is the art of mismanaged agreement. This is the core of the Abilene Paradox. It's the strange, silent vacuum where an entire group of intelligent people collectively decides to do something that none of them individually wants to do. So let's look at the architecture of the yes. And in traditional conflict, the cards are on the table. You want X, I want Y. We fight, we compromise, or we stall. It's out in the open. But mismanaged agreement is a phantom. It's built on a foundation of invalid attribution. We look around the room, see everyone nodding, and we attribute to them a certainty they didn't actually possess. Think of it as a biological misfire. Our brains are hardwired for social cohesion. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism. In the Pleistocene, being cast out of the tribe meant death. Today, that same instinct manifests as a paralyzing fear of being the only person to say, wait, this marketing strategy is actually nonsense. So why don't we speak up? It isn't just shyness. It's what Jerry Harvey called action anxiety. We experience a form of psychological cost-benefit analysis. We weigh the risk of the project failing against the risk of being socially ostracized for pointing out a flaw. Ironically, we often perceive the social risk, the immediate sting of being the negative one, as more dangerous than the long-term failure of the entire organization. We take our private reality, the knowledge that the bridge won't hold or the product won't sell, and we bury it. We trade the truth for a comfortable collective lie, and the tragedy is everyone else in the room is making the exact same trade. When we manage conflict, we are trying to find a way forward. When we mismanage agreement, we are actively marching toward a cliff while holding hands. And the Abilene Paradox suggests that the greatest threat to an organization isn't the rebel or the difficult personality, it's the team player who agrees with a bad idea to keep the peace. Conflict is a signal that information is being processed. False agreement is the sound of a system failing. Now, in science, if every single experiment yields the exact same perfect result, you don't celebrate. You check the equipment for a malfunction. In business and life, if everyone agrees too quickly, you aren't looking at a high-performing team. You're looking at a group of people who are likely all secretly wishing they were somewhere else. The Thinkstrumentalist approach to this isn't to create more conflict, but to create a tolerance for uncomfortable truths. We have to realize that the risk of disagreeing is often an illusion, while the risk of mismanaged agreement is a mathematical certainty for failure. Stop asking, does everyone agree? And start asking, who here has a secret reason why this won't work? And I say this because the most dangerous road isn't the one filled with obstacles. It's the smooth paved highway to Abilene that nobody actually wanted to get to and go to in the first place. Thanks for watching.